Hey everybody, come on inside my design studio. Let's hang out. We're going to make the Valentine kit that I designed with Trendy Tree. If you do not have this kit yet, I will link it below. If you do have the kit, this is your free tutorial. Some people like to pop champagne bottles. We like to pop the tags off of our wreath frames. So let's get started. Some people like to pop champagne bottles and the tags off of the wreath frames. I'm just saying, it's fine by me either way, but I just love a new wreath frame because it means we have a new project on the table. So in your kit, you have the wide weave mesh in white and the breeze mesh in red. And it is time to decorate for Valentine's Day. So we need to get this in our shop, or you bought it for your front door and we need to get it on your front door. So either way, friends, let's get started. I'm opening up my red breeze mesh. This is going to be a really fun recipe. I hope you enjoy it. I know you will. I know you will. We got a gorgeous red tinsel frame. And this is that wide weave mesh. And it actually has like an iridescent shimmer to it. I don't know if you can't tell because you can see my field right there, but earlier today, it was covered in snow and ice. We just had a huge ice storm, so it's very gray and overcast here. Right up there, that's the top of the tree line, and that gray right there is the color of our sky today. So it's very overcast and kind of hard to see. Now, my dogs are goofing off in the background. There's nothing we can do about that. They're just goofing off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop my ties up. Get your frame ready so you can go right to work. I am going to be using a beach towel clip to make a woodland ruffle. You don't have to use a beach towel clip, but that's what I've always used. It just takes some of the stress off of my hands, and I'm all about that. I am all about using an amazing tool. You will see me use all the things. So that's just whatever you prefer. You don't have to have one. Look how amazing and beautiful that is. When that catches the sun, either on your porch or your customer's porch, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these together. We're gonna cut 9 cuts. Nine cuts at 20 inches, okay? 9 cuts. All right, and now we will go around our base. I'm losing them by the second over here. They're falling out of my basket. I'm gonna move those out of my way. Pull my wreath frame back in. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to do every other in a different color. You're going to have your curl side up. It naturally curls, curl side up. Take one side, and I want you to roll it 3 times, kind of tightly. That's gonna give you a ruffle. Clip it and flip it. I want you to roll it kind of tightly 3 times. Scrunch it up the center. It gives you 2 curls and a ruffle. It gives you this butterfly vibe, and you're gonna just start wherever you want. We're putting these in horizontally all the way down to our frame and tying that off tightly. Our next one will be red, and we're just gonna alternate around the entire frame. make sure if you're watching this video, you share this video. It helps my small business grow. And I appreciate you. I hope you all are having a great 2025 so far. We're not very far into it whatsoever. It is just getting started. Look how pretty that is together. I love this kit. So, what did you all do for the holidays? We had a great holiday, so we have big news. Our home sold on New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve, we don't stay up anymore. We used to for years and years. We don't anymore. The hubby is not off of work New Year's Day ever, and I really don't take it off either. And so we don't stay up anymore. So we're getting ready for bed and all the things, and we're still trying to negotiate this contract out. So of course there was no going to bed before that was done. They had made their offer that afternoon pretty late. So that's what we did up until, I don't know, I think we finalized at 9:30, and then by that time we sat in bed talking for I don't know how long because we were so excited. Talking about the land that we need to find to purchase, the home we're going to build, just selling the house and all the things. So that was New Year's Eve. And then we have not had snow in years, you guys, in years. My granddaughter didn't even remember seeing it the last time she was so little. My grandson was only a couple months old, and so he definitely didn't remember it. And we did all the things yesterday. When we knew the snow was getting close, we turned our pajamas inside out. We spun around 3 times in the bathroom. We flushed our ice cubes. We did all the things. And in about 35-40 minutes, the snow came, and my granddaughter was so impressed. That was super fun. And it came in earlier than they anticipated, and it snowed harder and longer than they anticipated. So we just had a beautiful afternoon. And then last night we celebrated my daughter-in-law's birthday late. I mean, she had plans on her real birthday, but we celebrated it yesterday. And after dinner, we bought Wicked online and watched Wicked for the first time. So I've just been having really good family time. Beautiful snow. The field is not covered or our driveway anymore. However, all of our trees, right there's the tree line, they're all covered in ice, and it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now when I come down to the next row, I'm finding a white and I'm putting a red under the white just to give it that contrast. And then I'm moving on to the white. Okay. This white is absolutely gorgeous, and it has such a fun texture. Now that Red Breeze already has a texture to it, but this is just another level of texture that I really love with that white. Some people ask what texture means. When you look at it, you can see this open weave texture, right? It's beautiful. You guys, if you purchased any of the other kits that we have available, I will be making them and pumping those out this week. So just hang tight and we'll get to them. But Valentine's Day is coming up, and I really wanted to get it done. As bad as I want to make that butterfly wreath, I'll do Mardi Gras next, so you can get that in your shop, and then we'll do the butterfly. Okay. I cannot wait to get my paws on the butterfly, friends. If you know me, you know butterflies mean everything to me, and they not only are beautiful for spring and summer, for everyone, but they are the symbol of hope for chronic illness. So if you are a person with an awareness ribbon, whichever color your awareness ribbon is, that's the color of your butterfly. So this wreath that I'm making is going to be gorgeous for spring and summer, but it's also incredibly gorgeous for multiple sclerosis, right? Because it has that gorgeous orange butterfly. So our friends with MS, that would be a gorgeous wreath of hope for them. So I can't wait for a lot of reasons. Butterflies are my jam. They're my love language. I've recently started collecting the Mackenzie Childs butterfly collection, and it makes my heart real happy. Really happy. All right, now we're going back in with the red. I would love to hear what your favorite part of your Christmas break was. It's always such a special time to be with family and friends. It's just, and then you get to have New Year's right behind it. It's just such a fun time. You have Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, then you have New Year's, and then it's like we have this big gap. But if you celebrate Mardi Gras, you get to have another great time. Easter's coming up. So things are coming up, but it is, we all know, it is heavily packed here in the fall, right? How many of you are loving this base? It is so pretty. It is so pretty. I was excited to get on and make this with you guys today. Last one, and I will show you what we have so far. We are going to add on to it, but this is what we have so far. Super pretty. What I would love to do is I'm going to cut, should be 8. Let me see. It is. I'm going to cut 8 at 18 inches. Two more. Okay. We are going to put these on the top only. These are going on the top only. The red woodland ruffle is going to get the white, just a regular ruffle. The white is going to get the red. So I want you to alternate your colors, and this is what I want you to do. Curl side down, leave about an inch under, scrunch up that center, leave about an inch under on the other side, and scrunch that up together. You're still going to have a butterfly effect, but you don't have the curls. And we're going to put them in vertically. So the red gets the white, then this white gets the red, And we're just going to put this around the top. Now, if you follow my cutting instructions, you'll have enough mesh for this recipe. It'll work out. Wait a minute. We just doubled that up. I'm talking. I can't talk and walk at the same time. All right, that one already has one. We're over here. I need to pay attention. Let me know if you have this kit. I love knowing which one of you guys are decorating your kits with us. I think we actually, we cut enough for all of it. It's gonna be cute. We cut enough for all of it. We had enough, so we're gonna use it on all of it. All right, that one is doubled up. So now we need a white and a red, and then we're gonna move on to the bottom. We had enough for all of it. I wasn't even thinking about that. So we're gonna do it for all of our ties. This makes it so full, so beautiful and feminine, and it has a lot of movement in it. And I absolutely love it. And I think you will too. All right, so are we done up here? This one needs a red. Then we're gonna move on to the bottom. Starting with that red, you do have to pay attention. Because we're alternating the colors, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. I'm still putting it on for vertical. Your first set was horizontal. This is going in vertical. This is going to give you a really full, really gorgeous base, and we have completely pulled under the ends of our mesh, so you won't have as much fraying. I know a lot of you ask me about fraying, and if it's something I worry about, and it's not, I just design it so it will be okay, and I move on. I don't give it another thought. Now, if you touch it all the time, or if you store it touching another wreath, you're gonna have an issue. Because the other wreath is going to attach itself to the mesh on this wreath, and when you pull them apart, you're gonna create fraying. So just make sure you don't do those types of things, and you'll be fine. Wait until I show you this base. I think you're gonna be obsessed. And it's just still 2 rolls of mesh, friends. Still just using the 2 rolls that come in your kit. That's what I love. Making sure I'm not doubling up. Now we still have our ribbons to put on, so make sure you're pushing this down into that wired tie. You don't want it just floating on top. You want to make sure you're getting it down to the bottom of that tie, because you still have ribbons, and not only ribbons, but we still have florals for this that came with your kit. So you got 2 picks of florals after you put on your ribbons. So we still have a long way to go, friends. It is a gorgeous kit. It is linked below if you did not get it. Now, I know there aren't a lot left, but there's some. So first come, first served. As soon as they have sold out, obviously they'll be gone, but you have a chance until then to go grab it, and you can come back. If you share this tutorial, it'll put it on your regular page, and then you can just go back to your page and you don't have to come find me again. All right, friends, this is what it created. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's full, it's flowy, it's feminine for Valentine's Day. It's just gorgeous. So now we need to pick out our ribbon choices. Okay, friends, for our wreath, I'm gonna alternate my tails, but I will have 18 of the 2.5 inch. I love to have a 2.5 inch on there. So we're gonna do 13 inches and we're gonna cut that 18 times. And can I just tell you, with this ribbon, I am obsessed. Obsessed. I wish it would come out for patriotic and all the things. Unpopular opinion, I don't love it when this is on either side. I'm obsessed with it in the middle, and I love that they chose pink and not red for the stripe. It is all just, honestly, it's a good thick ribbon, and it is just perfection. I love this ribbon so much. We had to have it in this kit. If you are watching this somewhere other than the Book of Faces, you need to go over to the Book of Faces for this video to get the link for the kit, okay? I'm putting the link for the kit in the comments on the Book of Faces. Now, what I like to do, we have plenty left for a bow. I like to alternate. So I'm gonna take our white ribbon, we're gonna cut that 9 times. We will take our heart ribbon, which also has that pink in the background, and cut it 9 times. And that will be our ribbon tails. Then we'll be able to make our packs. 13 inches 9 times. And then we're gonna do the hearts 9 times at 13 inches. And that's gonna be our ribbon tail packs. Look how gorgeous. And we're just gonna start dovetailing. Make sure they line up on this end. Make sure they are wired edge to wired edge. You're gonna cut it from your soft edge to your wired edge at a diagonal. And if you don't let them slide, it gives you that perfect dovetail. You don't have to cut it very deep. The deeper you cut it, the deeper your dovetail will be. You do need to be consistent with your dovetail. Okay. If you don't have amazing scissors, then only cut 1 or 2 at a time, or 3, or whatever your whatever your scissors can handle without messing up your dovetail. You want it to be a clean cut. Now with this heavy glittered ribbon, I tend to not cut quite as many, but then and again, probably is just about the same. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Kind of get a feel for it, and you'll learn how many you can hold and cut with the scissors that you have, and you don't have to sit and count them anymore. But you just want it to be a clean cut no matter what the tools are that you are working with. Because you might have just started and you might not have invested in some really good scissors yet, which I highly recommend you do as soon as you can. They're an important tool for your trade. So you need the good scissors, friends. For me personally, I am cutting 3 of these. I don't know how that's gonna do, bending that detail in the center. I'm gonna bend it, kind of crease it. Yeah, you need to kind of bend it in a crease because you need it to be centered as well. You can also, if you don't want to do that, you can cut this at a diagonal and it'll be perfectly fine. I'm only going to do about 3 of these at a time because that center is stiff, and I want to make sure I'm creasing it and not just letting it flop over, because if you crease it, it's making your wired edges match up perfectly. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you share this video. Not only does it put it on your timeline, but it helps us find new friends that might be interested in the same hobbies that we are. And in 2025, isn't it all about doing more of what we want finally? I really think that's what it needs to be about. We need to find our hobbies and find our peace and find each other in our craft rooms. That's what I think. I want more of that in 2025. Sounds good to me. All right. I'm kind of forcing that ribbon in the center to fold in half, right? I'm folding it right down the center so that I can get a good and proper dovetail. This ribbon is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I really hope they have this in patriotic colors, and gosh, if they had it in Easter colors even, I would be all about it. All right, friends, let's make our packets so we can just rock around this wreath. Fold them in half, put them up there. All right, and now we're gonna move over to our gorgeous hearts. Let's see, I'm gonna turn it that way. Look at this together with the pinks and the reds. Yes, please. We're gonna end up with 9 of these. What do y'all think so far? Excuse me. What do y'all think so far of this Valentine kit? It has this gorgeous raised heart, and the inner heart has that heavy glitter on it. It is so pretty, and it's metal. I love metal signs. So all right, here we go. We're just going to alternate. Starting with the white, it doesn't matter what you start with, and you just pick a tie. Your next one will be hearts. Guys, it's been very cold here, and I feel like I need a cough drop. I really do. I feel like I might need a cough drop. All of a sudden. Today, this morning, it said, of course we had a snow and ice storm the last 2 days. This morning it says it feels like 11 degrees outside. That was the weather for this update for this morning. And we are getting snow Friday and Saturday, which is super exciting. We're ready for it. We have our generator. I know so many people are without power after this last storm. Luckily, we are not. I knew if we lost power, it was going to be days on end because of where we live. And luckily for us, it blinked. It just kept blinking, but it did not go out. So we were very lucky, but we do have a generator, but it's not a whole home generator, but it's enough that we would be perfectly fine. Our freezer would be fine. Things like that, because I've shared with you before that we do buy like a quarter of a cow or half a cow at a time and keep that in our freezer and things like that. We stock up, so have to keep that guy going. And then we could run some heaters, and I guess we would all camp out in the living room. Have a good old camp out with the heaters. I don't know. It's not my department. My hubby would tell me what the heck we're doing, and I would just do that. But it was beautiful, beautiful. I hate it for everyone that is still without power, because that is incredibly hard, especially if you are not prepared, but especially in these temperatures. That's the killer. It's always in extreme temperatures that happens. This is absolutely gorgeous. I am loving this for Valentine's Day. It is precious. Beautiful colors. It looks like a Valentine. It looks just like a Valentine you would receive. You're gonna have a Valentine on your front door. I'm coming just under that heart ribbon and I'm putting the white ribbon. And then we'll just alternate around from there. If you've been with me for a while, you knew that I was trying to get cardinals down here. So if you've been with me for a long while, you used to listen to my birds outside of my window at my old house, the house we just sold. And so here, we're a quarter mile off the road, and of course no one had been here in a while, and so I was trying to get the birds to come, and I was, you know, not successful, and I was trying to be patient, and I thought we're so far off the road. I was just trying to figure out any way I could. I mean, we had farm birds, so we had like chimney swifts and things like that. But I wanted my cardinals and my bluebirds and my songbirds back, my hummingbirds. Now, funny enough, I had a hummingbird that would come look at us on the porch about every day. We did have that. And I did not have out a hummingbird feeder. So it was something around here that it was naturally attracted to, and we did have that hummingbird. Bye, have a good afternoon. But now our cardinals are back in full swing. I mean, all of a sudden, we had a couple show up, and a couple turned into 6, and 6 turned into 12, and 12 turned into 14. They told all of their cardinal friends, and I am back in cardinal business. I am so happy. So those of you in the past that were trying to help me figure out how to find my cardinal friends, they found me eventually, finally. And once they did, they told every cardinal in the area. I have more here than I had back home at the old house. So I'm excited, super excited. It feels normal again, So that happened right before the storm. It happened in December. We definitely did not have them in November, but we did in December. So that was really cool. I absolutely adore these two together. This is the cutest wreath. I love it when it looks like you know it's going to be super cute, but then it looks even better than you could have ever imagined. That's my favorite. But it happens to me all the time. Y'all hear me say it all the time. I'm like, it's even better than we imagined. Just is. Honey, no ma'am. These dogs, friends. All right, we have our ribbon tails on. We need to put on our sign and make a bow. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. It's gorgeous. Let's make a bow. Okay, we want to put our heart in the center. It has the sawtooth hanger, which I will use, but I just punch a hole down here in the very bottom because I like to have 2 points. And then I use that hanger. It's there, so I use it. I use the extra long chenille stems. And I'm going to center this on our project. Okay. right, we have our heart in the center. It's looking gorgeous in the center. And we are going to make a bow for right around 5 o'clock. We're going to dovetail that 2.5-inch ribbon. We're going to give it a 9-inch tail. Twist it in that easy bow maker, and let's do a 6.5-inch loop. Let's do 3 of those. Then we're going to pull it down and dovetail it. I'm going to come in with the white, make my tail slightly shorter, just slightly, make my loops slightly smaller. I'm going to do 2 of these. Okay. We're going to dovetail. And we'll do 2 of these. Slightly smaller loops than before. You're stacking your bow. You're stacking your loops. So every time you change your ribbon, it is slightly smaller than before. Easy Bow makes all of this so much easier on your hands. I will link it below as well. The kit and the Easy Bow will be below. You're going to ask about the spool holder. It is not available right now. Not available right now. If it comes back, I'll let you know. All right, we're going to cut some hearts. Tie off our center so we're not showing that chenille stem. Okay. I'm going to start fluffing from the back of my bow. So that would be the 2.5-inch ribbon. Okay. Other side. We'll finish fluffing it on our project, but I do like to get it started. It's hard to do all of your fluffing on your project, in my opinion. I love these hearts. This is the sweetest little bow. This is what we have so far. We're just going to place it right here. At 5 o'clock. If our wreath was a clock, it would be 5 o'clock. Okay. And now we will add our florals. And finally, for this gorgeous Valentine kit, we are going to add some pink florals. We have pink throughout our ribbons and white, and so this is just honestly a continuation of that. Get this tag off. These rip off into perfect little bundles of 3, so you end up with 6. Okay, and I'm just pulling the 2 down here, and then you have to clip that last one. By the time Christmas is over, it is so fun to put in some Valentine florals and get that little pop of color. We're all waiting for spring, patiently or impatiently, whatever is the case. And then we're just gonna fluff these. They've had to travel to you, they've had to travel to Carrie. Let's make sure we get them fluffed, right? And then what I like to do is I actually tie these into my ties. I feel like that is a much better solution. And then I work my tie around it, and then I bend their stems down and hide that in the mesh, okay? I do come along with a tap of glue once I have it in the tie. Not that it necessarily has to have it, but I do that as an extra step. So, we're fluffing, I'm skipping a tie. Putting that under that heart. And then I want to make sure it's getting tied in. Then I move it around because we want it to be free-flowing and springy and gorgeous. And then I just hit that with a little bit of glue. Might put that sprig under a ribbon. I'm going to skip one and put one right here. We're just fluffing, right? We're just fluffing. Okay. And that little flower, like so. And I'm going to hit that with some glue. Okay. Now I'm going to come down to the bottom with some of these shorter sprigs. I'm going to fluff that out. And I'm going to place them in these as well. They're going to go way back. You can trim them. Mine are going to go back into the frame and get clipped in pretty short. I want them to take over and hang incredibly far over my wreath. Okay, love that. Skipping that one and coming to this one. And when you skip and you come to the other ones on the bottom, it's placing them, some of these are coming apart, so we could even make an additional one if we need it. I don't know, I like these together. I think it needs to stay together. You can clip them shorter if you would like, but I think these bundles, number one, I take one and I wrap it around to make it back into like a bundle. I just took one of these and wrapped it back around. See how it's kind of curly under there? You want the smaller bundles on the outside for sure. You're gonna skip one and then go here, but I almost want to go here and then go back down around the corner. It doesn't matter where we put this, it's not exactly centered just because of our wreath frame. So we'll just skip one and go on in like we've been doing. I'm tying off a piece of it. I'm letting the rest just kind of flow. I am hitting that with glue. And then this last bundle, it will come around here and be about right there. So I'll split the difference of these two. Okay, so this one, I'm placing it back there, but then I'm wrapping it around to create that bundle effect again. And that's what I did for each one of these, okay? Now this one's a little bit longer than I would like. Just gonna push it back further under my wreath there. If I need to go in the back and clip some of that, I will. I don't want this incredibly long. Just don't. Okay. And there we have it, friends. Our gorgeous wreath is complete with florals. She has her bow at 5 o'clock. She has her glittered heart, her gorgeous ribbons and florals. I'll go put her on the door and show you what she looks like right now.